In 1509, a small fleet defeated a combined armada from 4 different powers, and in doing so, quietly rewrote the future of global trade. The battle took place off Diu, along the coast of Gujarat, in western India. On February 3, 1509, a Portuguese fleet faced a coalition backed by Mamluk Egypt, the Sultanate of Gujarat, the Zamorin of Calicut, and Ottoman support. Just over a decade earlier, Vasco da Gama had opened a direct sea route to India around the Cape of Good Hope. That route threatened centuries of established trade, both overland and through the Red Sea. The Mamluk Sultan sent a fleet to challenge Portugal, backed by Ottoman shipbuilders and gunners. The Sultanate of Gujarat joined the coalition, adding ships and local knowledge of the waters. The Zamorin of Calicut, already a rival of Portugal on India's coast, added forces of his own. Leading the Portuguese fleet was Francisco de Almeida, the first viceroy of Portuguese India. For Almeida, this battle was personal. His own son had been killed in an earlier clash with this same coalition. The Portuguese fleet had fewer ships, but it carried far more firepower. This battle showcased a newer style of naval warfare, built around coordinated broadside cannon fire. The coalition fleet carried far more soldiers, but its ships were less effective as gun platforms. Portuguese ships used speed and precision to outmaneuver larger, less agile vessels. The fighting unfolded just off Diu's harbor, within sight of its fortifications. By the end, the coalition fleet had suffered devastating losses. The victory gave Portugal control of the western Indian Ocean's shipping lanes. In the years that followed, global trade routes increasingly shifted onto the seas, bypassing traditional Middle Eastern paths. Portugal went on to build a network of fortified trading posts stretching across the Indian Ocean. Diu itself later became a Portuguese stronghold, with a fortress built there in 1535. Many historians consider this one of the most consequential naval battles in world history. It marked the beginning of more than a century of Portuguese dominance over Indian Ocean trade. The defeat significantly weakened Mamluk Egypt's economy, which had depended heavily on transit trade taxes. It also contributed to the slow decline of Venice's long-held monopoly on the European spice trade. The battle showed just how much naval artillery now mattered, more than older boarding tactics ever had. European powers took careful note, and the innovations shown here influenced future ship design across the continent. Historians often describe Diu as one of the opening battles of the age of European maritime empire. With the coalition fleet broken, organized resistance to Portuguese control collapsed for generations. Exactly how far-reaching the consequences were is still something historians actively study today. The Battle of Diu is remembered as a quiet turning point that redirected the flow of global trade for centuries. If you want to see the next turning point we uncover, subscribe and stay close.